The streets is talking. The Twitter streets is talking. They say you throwing 40 yards. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy?
Tell me something. Wait. Make sure that this thing's recorded. Make sure we get this on the Instagrams. Tell me what's crazy. Welcome to QB Unplugged with superstar NFL quarterback Deshaun Watson and myself, Quincy Avery, the quarterback consultant, brought to you by Lockerverse. Tap in for exclusive content, join the Dog Pound community, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit all them joints to make sure you get all the information as we drop it each and every week. We bring you a unique perspective from the quarterback position, not only top quarterbacks from high school, college, NFL, but Deshaun Watson. We want to hear from you. Drop your questions, the comments. We're reading all them joints. Make sure you tap in that Dog Pound community. We're going to answer all the questions here for QB Unplugged. D4, what it do?
What's good, man? How you living, Q?
Man, I'm living good. I've been seeing you on the interwebs, on the Instagrams. You've been at soccer matches. You've been hitting the streets. You had what is that joint called you had on? What is that?
I should know this too.
You definitely should know this.
I know the gown is called thope.
You had a thope on.
I think it's like a chic. Like
okay.
a chic.
Yeah, just chic in your thope.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, man, it was a good time over there. We went to Saudi Arabia for a couple of days. Got invited by the royal family, Prince, and he just wanted to show us kind of his culture. He's a big NFL football fan. He owns a soccer team. I think he owns Sheffield United in the Premium League, and he knows I'm a big soccer fan too. So it was kind of like that just connection. We just bonded, and then we went over there and just wanted to tap into the culture and see how they were living, and it was a good time. We learned a lot.
Anything about the trip surprised you? You know what I'm saying? Something you didn't expect that folks would be like, oh, okay, that's cool. I got to check that out.
I think the biggest thing is, like, of course, the lifestyle is different, but everything is done in the night. So
what you mean?
So it's so hot, especially in the spring and summer. So like from 6 a.m. they sleep till about 3, 4 in the afternoon, sometimes 5.
So you sleep with the daylight. Sleep
with the daylight, and then at night, that's when the mall, restaurants, all the way from like 6 p.m. to like 6 a.m. the mall open, the fair open, Boulevard World, which is like Six Flags or Disney World to them, like that's open. Like everyone is traffic at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. But during the day, it's nobody on the roads. I mean, you might get a couple people, but it's crazy.
What time do you eat breakfast?
You don't really eat breakfast, dog. That's the thing. Like, I guess so like one time we woke up and it's about 3, 4 in the afternoon, and it's like, all right, cool. We're gonna come pick y'all from the hotel, and we're gonna take y'all to get breakfast. So I'm thinking, pancakes, bacon. We went and we tried this like little cheese thing. It's called I forget what it's called, but it's like cheese and chips inside like a tortilla. And that was like considered breakfast.
You said, "Man, this is not the breakfast that I desired."
But overall though, it was good, man. We enjoyed ourselves.
That's super dope. Today we're gonna give these folks a little NBA playoffs. They in full swing. Talk about a couple of series. Yep. They say you back in Berea. They say you throwing. You know what I'm saying? That's what everybody's talking about. We got the NFL draft. We're going to do some film before, and then we're going to get Q4. We're going to talk about the number 1 picks. You're going to give me your foe, and we're going to see where we disagree. But have you been watching any playoffs? I know you was out there in Saudi Arabia. I don't know if you get the games. How you was watching?
I was watching on YouTube TV. So I get on YouTube TV and catch the games. But I've been watching, especially the Cavs. I've been supporting rocking with them. They up 2-0, so if they can close it out, that'll be good for the city.
Man,
but overall, I've been watching. Keep it up.
Yeah, the Cavs series to me is crazy.
Yep.
Just because Orlando Magic, they can play some defense, but they cannot score a bucket. It's just like Paolo out there. It's so different than the game we went to, because we just went to the game Orlando Magic and the Warriors.
I was going to mention that. I was going to say, like, we saw it live, and they couldn't get a bucket that night either.
Yeah, but I didn't realize how much they put on Paolo. Like, Paolo's the point guard. He gets the rebounds. He got to score.
Yeah,
they got some like really cool pieces, like Suggs, who he actually had a chance to chop it up with.
Yeah,
former quarterback.
He got hurt.
Yeah, his knee. I'm not sure
Praying
exactly what
for
it
him,
is.
man.
Yeah, his knee got messed up, so he hasn't been able to play. They got Jonathan Isaac defense. So they got, I think to me, one of the best defensive teams in the league. It's going to be so interesting to see what happens next year. I feel like if they get another star, like Harden, Paul George, and Kawhi, like Kawhi did resign, but Paul George and Harden both didn't resign. Somebody got to go somewhere.
You think they'll go to Orlando?
Orlando's not that bad. It's not that cool, but it ain't that bad.
And it's not, but it's like, you know how people are. Like, you got that type of name, you got to go somewhere where it's like, I'm going to get people, and people are going to show up to Orlando, but it's kind of far, though. Like,
fam, no, wait. Paul George went to Oklahoma City as a free agent. So,
he did?
You don't remember?
He
went to Oklahoma City, so you can't. And Orlando, here's another thing.
But OKC, though, Orlando and OKC.
Orlando's way better than OKC.
Well, okay, citywide. I'm talking about Oregon. So
you don't got president. Yeah, the stadium, the arena was a little old, a little dated. You know what I'm saying? Didn't have the club.
Like the aura around it.
I feel what you're saying. Yeah,
I think the aura is like they need a lot of young stars, like OKC doing now. You know what I'm saying? Like they got a lot of young stars, and it's just like, let me rebuild with these guys. Nobody real big name other than Sha. He's the biggest name, but outside of that, I wouldn't.
But Orlando's the 5th seed right now. If they get a star, they gonna be top 3. They gonna be in the mix. You know what I'm saying? They just need that one person. And then the thing that people don't think about, ain't no state tax. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you get something crazy out in Orlando too.
Hello, you gonna get a crib that's crazy. But that series cool. The series that I'm having the most fun watching is the Timberwolves, you know what I'm saying? Minnesota boy, you know what I'm saying? So I get to watch my dog Ian Edwards go out there going crazy. Yeah,
You know who, my bad to interrupt, but
go ahead.
Crazy from Minnesota? Of course you got.
I know you better say.
You got Towns who?
You gonna say Nas Reed.
Hey, he a hooper. Dog is a hooper. I seen him live when they played out in LA.
The Clippers, the Lakers.
Man, the Lakers, man, I seen him live, bro. I had like 34, 35, and like it was just smooth, just balling. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy?
A fan of, bro.
He went undrafted, but he was like a top 5 player in the country coming out of high school. You know what I'm saying? When somebody's a top 5, I'm not sure where he's from. I think he went to LSU. So he went to LSU. If I'm not mistaken, he went to LSU. He just didn't play like, the top 5, coming out of high school. But he obviously has game. But don't sleep on McDaniels. I think he had 20-something points the other night, strapping. Whoever he guard is going to have a rough night. It don't matter if he got KD, you know what I'm saying? You got Devin Booker. Whoever he's guarding is in hell the whole night because that young boy be out there acting a fool.
Yeah. Now, I think Nas Reed, I think he's from New Jersey.
I didn't
realize he only 24 too.
Yeah, he young.
Bro, young. So
Minnesota got a stick. Man.
They got some guys. They're gonna be a problem for a lot of years. Minnesota and OKC for sure.
Yeah.
The young boys going crazy. And of course when Ja get back, then Minnesota regroup.
You don't even think about Ja. Like, you know what I'm saying? He been out the league for a year. You just like, it was like 1.5 years because he got hurt and then But yeah, so you miss out on him. But Minnesota's young. They got hoopers. They're going to be a problem for a minute. I thought the Rudy Gobert trade was probably the worst thing anybody could ever did. Turns out, them boys are all right. Because Rudy Gobert out there strapping. Like, it don't matter if he's a guard, center, whatever. He's out there.
Yeah, it's a problem for sure. He's so, like, pause. He's long and big, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like you got to play around him and he's controlling the paint. And like he ain't really trying to get a bucket. He just making sure I don't let nobody else get a bucket. Yeah. And I'm going to let the young bulls and let Towns and Ant and Reed and Medallion, like all them boys just go crazy and do what you do. Then, I forgot they had
Conley. Conley went crazy in the second quarter. Hey, I got y'all. My dog ain't having a bad game. I got y'all. I'm gonna put y'all on my back.
So it's like they loaded. Let me ask you this: you think the Lakers
It's over with.
Make something happen. Done.
It's over with.
Swell.
That game, they might win one game. It's gonna be a gentleman's sweep. The game 2, when I feel like D'Angelo Russell went crazy.
Yeah.
Basically didn't miss a 3. Anthony Davis played out his mind. Like, they getting the best versions of all these dudes, and they still can't win. Hello,
enough.
It's over. LeBron needed to make that 3 if they want to have a chance. You know what I'm saying? To really compete in the series. I love watching LeBron play like anybody else, but I feel like we about to see a retirement tour next year. They gonna get Bronny.
Think so? You think he stay in LA, or are they gonna come to Cleveland?
Who gonna sign my son? Hello.
So he gonna go wherever Bronny goes.
Yeah, he gonna. If Bronny go to Orlando, guess who's gonna be there?
I was gonna just say that.
Hey, Paulo, you ain't gotta do all that, big dog. I got you.
I got you.
We kicking it. I'm sure he wants him to be in LA, but he gonna do whatever.
I have a weird feeling that it's either LA or Cleveland, bro.
If he come back,
I wouldn't be surprised if he did something because he haven't re-signed, right?
Nah. He this contract over this year.
Come to Cleveland, Bronny ain't gotta really be the guy once he leave in LA. Because once he leave, I mean, other than
they could probably sign and trade
Davis.
Donovan Mitchell, because people keep saying Donovan Mitchell's gonna leave. They do a sign and trade Donovan Mitchell, but I don't really know.
Just imagine though, you have DG, you got Darius, Donovan Mitchell, Braun. I feel like I like the post play.
I like Jared Allen just because he played defense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Allen.
That's it. That's all y'all got.
I mean,
that's all y'all got.
Yeah, you might have to give him more.
We got to get a shooter. But it is a solid squad. But the streets is talking. The Twitter streets is talking. They say you throwing 40 yards. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy?
Tell me something that's crazy. Wait. Make sure that this thing's recorded. Make sure we get this on the Instagrams. Tell me what's crazy.
Yeah, the shoulder feeling real good, man. Like 40 yards on the line too. You know what I'm saying? And like with some velocity, and you know, it's the first time I'm really speaking on it like that. You know, but I think people should hear it, especially the ones that are looking forward to, you know, my season this year. You know, in a positive way. So
I'm so glad that you just said that, because I watched your answer you gave at like, what was that, OTAs or whatever it's called?
Oh, the first interview?
The answer you gave I was so confused. Like, it could be sooner than later. It could be later than sooner. It'll just be sometime. Like, man, what did this dude just say? Because I'm confused. That is the most murky shit I've ever heard. I feel like somebody just told Deshaun, like, hey, fam, just say anything. Bet I can say less.
I was just made it up on the fly, bro.
Hey, B, I got you.
Man, you know, it's just one of those things where it's kind of like, so when I walk into interviews, like the room is just kind of like, I feel the vibe and the energy. And like, if the energy is not right, then that's just how the interview is going to be. And maybe that can be bad on me, but you know, over the past couple of years, that's just how I am. So it's just kind of like, I'm always about positive energy. So I'm going to give you what you're giving me. And in that case, it was just kind of like, look, I know what y'all trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, the energy's not good. I don't feel like speaking on it, so I'm just going to give you some wild ass and you figure it out.
I'm going to give you some advice as your friend, your brother. From now, we're going to just change the energy in the room. You're going to give him real Deshaun. I feel like everybody else gets to see the real Deshaun. Man, go to the interview. I don't care if y'all about to be whatever. Fuck it. I'm about to give y'all the real me. Y'all gonna enjoy this interview because I'm here, and you gonna enjoy.
Real.
You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
I want everybody to know the same dude I know. So they see this on YouTube. I feel like they get to see you, but fuck it. There's people who don't watch the show. They don't watch YouTube. Who might not get to see it, and they watch on Twitter. Man, let them folks. Man, hey, we gonna kill these folks with confidence this year, and that's what we standing on. So
yeah, and I'm getting back to that for sure. So it's just definitely I appreciate that, and I'm gonna take that advice, especially for the next interview. Smile, do what I do. I'm in a good space. I'm in a great space. I'm confident. I'm happy. Glad we're met. And yeah, I think people should feel that. And if you don't like it, then
boy,
you feel it.
I know we family friendly. We gonna beat that, but yeah, they still need to know. So let's go. What we drinking tonight? What we drinking?
This Legit Red Bull. No, nothing serious.
I thought you had like some Camus or something. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I got some stuff over there now. If you know, this I'm in the office, so I got a little drink. But we're OTAs right now, so I can't be drinking no alcohol.
Okay, we go Friday. We gonna bring the Camus out.
Keep the energy. Yeah, for sure,
right.
for sure.
Friday's gonna bring the Camus out. So yeah, man. Enough about them interviews. What is the rest of this off season looking like for you?
Yeah, so we got, of course, OTAs, camp training. We got flag football camp up here in Cleveland. The second year anniversary with that.
I think it's a 7-on-7 camp, not a flag camp, but same.
Yeah, I'm tripping. Not flag. I mean, there's a lot going on. I'm actually, there's some good news with flag football and some international stuff that I'm doing too.
Yeah,
so
that's the other thing. Yeah, we gonna keep that on the low. Yeah,
you keep that on the low. But yeah, my 7-on-7 camp up here in Cleveland, second year anniversary. So I'm excited about that. I think the high schools around here are super excited about that. Especially last year, we had a good group of teams and players. So with them knowing that it's coming, they can get prepared for that. Elite Week, hanging out with all the fellas.
What is Elite Week?
So Elite Week is where David, my agent, of course, invites and hosts pretty much all his guys, and it'd be other guys from other agencies too, or the same agency, but that are very close to us. They can come out too, but it's probably like 40, 50 guys in one city. We go to Austin, we train together, we hang out together, and we just kind of build that fellowship and that friendship. So that's super dope.
No, it's super cool. Let me clear this up. He's not about to be going to Saudi to play and live football, right? Because
that don't even exist out there, so I don't even know what people were talking about.
They'll probably say something crazy in a second, but they was like, But we got the draft code. That's your all season. I'm looking forward to getting to work with you. I know that
yes, sir.
we about to get after it, so it's gonna be a good off season.
Definitely.
Looking forward to the draft, right? So by the time this episode airs, first round will happen. Quarterbacks will be in their spots. You know what I'm saying? But we want to show like a couple quarterbacks. I'm gonna just highlight some really cool things we do. So this will be a unique episode of Film with Foe, my favorite segment. You know what I'm saying? First, we're going to check out Michael Penix, all right? I want to show you some of the things that he did that really, really impressed me. I love watching him play football because I think he plays with like a pace and an energy, and he really has a plan what he's doing at all times, and I think that is the biggest thing that allows quarterbacks to be successful. So, good opportunity to watch Michael Penix here. He's a little 2x2, and just kind of let me know what you see here. I see early on they started too high and just walked that safety down. So I think he's seeing this pressure coming from the field.
Right.
I'll run this thing so you get an opportunity to see it.
Oh, he let it go early.
Man, that is like high-level football to me. When you see a guy in college with this level of anticipation, I don't think that there's many guys at any level really who could throw this football this early, right? Because we know what we're doing. He's got the pylon. He's working the safety, but he's already letting this football go. What are you thinking of? Yeah, what are you thinking about when you try to make a throw like this?
Nah, you just got to have trust. This is something that you probably worked on. You watch tape, and it's just like, all right, cool. Like, what we want to do is try to sell, like, we're going to cross the field. So you got to touch the hash. And you can tell right when he got to the hash, he knew exactly where his receiver was going to be. So you can tell that these two guys has been working on this route. I don't know how long they were together in Washington, but they've been working on this route because he put it to a spot where only his receiver can get it early, on time, and the guy knew. So right when you touch the hash, I'm letting it go. I'm not going to underthrow you. And as long as I put it out in front of you, you're going to make a catch, and it was a big success.
Now, people are going to think I'm crazy, but this is the reason I think he would be so successful in Minnesota, right? If I hope he goes anywhere, it's Minnesota. He's aggressive with the football. And I don't think people understand Kevin O'Connell as a play caller. I think that Kevin O'Connell, more than anybody else, wants to push the ball down the field. Not saying he was like handcuffed by Kirk Cousins, but I will say that's the opposite of Kirk Cousins' mindset, right? Kirk
Right.
Cousins would have been like, all right, I'm off of this. And he'd have just thrown to this crosser right here. Yes, it'd have been a big gain. It'd have got 20, 25 yards. But you don't get opportunities in the NFL to get chunk plays, splash plays, 70-plus yards often. And when you get those opportunities, you got to take them. And I think that he's going to be a perfect fit if he goes to Minnesota.
Yeah, I like that. I like that fit. But do you think it's first round, though? Or is it going to be something they trade up?
I think that it's going to be – it'll be difficult for him to go in the first – I mean, difficult for him to go early in the first round, right?
They have an early pick, right?
They got 11, and they have a late, like 20-something or something like that.
I don't know Minnesota's needs, but I mean, obviously, it's a quarterback. But do you take it that high? I mean, you can't pass him up, right? I mean, what else would you take?
I think at 11 they got some needs. Like they need an edge rusher. They need a few things like that. But if I'm them and he's there, because you need a quarterback, right? You can't.
Who's on the roster now?
They got Sam Darnold and I forget. Nick Mullins or something like that. Yeah, they got to get a quarterback. Okay. They know that they're a quarterback of the
for the future, for sure.
Yeah, the quarterback.
And with those guys, you got two guys that played a lot of ball. So he don't necessarily have to go in there and play right away. He's a guy that can sit, but talent-wise, he might be better than those guys.
Man, he's 25 years old. It's time to go, my boy.
Oh, I see. I didn't know he was that old.
Nah, he's like 24. He's older though. It's time. It's time for him to play.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, he won a choice now.
But no, let's check this play out. This is another example of just like having real feel for your receivers. Like he understands that number one right now is inside technique. They motion out. The coverage goes with them. Like he knows that they're man-to-man coverage. He gets pressure right in his face, right? He gets interior pressure. Starts his eyes away. So this is, to me, the most impressive part. Like I think he knows he wants to throw inside fade, right?
Yep.
You know you want to throw inside, but just hold the safety.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's high level football.
Throw into a landmark, hold the safety during your drop, right when you get to your back foot, hitch, relocate the receiver and exactly what type of ball, and you can process all that in the heat of the moment, wet pressure down in your face. Like that's impressive.
Yeah, and if you going to play for the national championship, like to me, this is special, and I'm a Penix fan. Now, who knows what they're gonna say about like the injury stuff and all those things, right? Because he has had to deal with knee, etc. But in terms of throwing the football, I don't think that there's many guys in this class.
He's probably the most fluid, like just pure pass.
Pure passer?
Passer, yeah. From what I see, like as far as just smooth, just letting it come, and you can tell the ball is coming out with a lot of velocity and touch and feel. Of course, you got Caleb. He does some special things, and Jaden does too. But I think just sitting back in the pocket, watching what Washington did, a lot of professional schemes and routes. It was very impressive.
Yeah, they make you play football at a high level. Like, I mean, you could tell their coordinator, where he just played college football at, is now a coordinator in the NFL because of the passing concepts that he ran. And he did a really good job. And this is something, again, you'll see in the NFL, right? And this is just Penix making the right decision, understanding what's going on, right? So they go a little motion across. The safeties are going to rotate with him. So to me, that might have caused some confusion, right, in terms of what coverage I was going to get. But he knew exactly what was going to happen, and this throw shows that. They give you like quarter halves here. So what that means to folks is that to the field, this corner and this safety are going to be, it's not quarter halves. It's like he's playing quarters locked over here, and they're trying.
You can really just call it quarters.
Yeah, it's just quarters.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the corners are just playing man.
Mm-hmm. Locking up.
Yep.
But him knowing that in this quarter's coverage, the boundary safety has got to take number 2 when he runs that in route. And just letting this, you know what I'm saying? Just letting this thing go aggressive, right? A lot of guys are thinking quarters, everybody got a quarter of the field, but no, he knows what's going on. Lets this thing ride. Another thing about it, he's not missing, right? He knows where to put.
And I think, especially with the OC, because as I'm looking at this concept, you got the field receiver. He's like a free access.
Exactly.
Take it if you like it, free access, boom. But once you get the motion and they rotate back, you know for a fact they're going to have quarters. And with the basic and the post, that's a concept we ran a lot, especially when I was in Houston. You just read that safety. And once the safety commit, now it's one-on-one and it's a foot race. You just got to make sure that backside safety, depending on what.
He not cutting it, right?
Yeah, he's not going back and reading your eyes. You got guys, but that's guys on another level too. You know what I'm saying? So knowing the personnel, all right, Texas guy, I don't know who their safety was, but he's not the type to get back. So now it's an accuracy ball, and he did that.
He played at a high level. Where could you see him going?
I kind of like Vegas.
Ooh.
I like Vegas. And I don't know who the OC is in Vegas, but just the personnel group is around. And I hear that Odell might end up going to Vegas. And you can get Odell, Adams, and then I know they got a couple other guys. Oh, man.
They got a squad, right? And I can't imagine a funner place to live than in Vegas. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. And then just think about their division, though. You got a Mahomes who's going to throw it around the park. You got Herbert. He's going to throw it around the park. Denver needs a quarterback. They got to find something. I feel like Denver is going to end up on Bo Nix.
I was thinking the same thing.
He, in Oregon, they threw it a lot. You can kind of give him kind of that Herbert feel, kind of like.
Wait dang minute. Don't compare him.
So?
Hell no. Herbert is one of the most physically gifted dudes out there. Bo Nix, good quarterback.
Oh, I'm not talking about.
Okay.
I'm just talking about throwing.
He can throw. He'll throw a lot. A lot of them will be bubble screens.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
And then in his system, that system, Sean Payne don't want you to run.
No, he don't want you running. He don't want you throwing the ball down the field. Just take these completions.
Need a smart guy that can just throw the ball around like Drew Brees did, and I'll be good. Just listen to what I got to do, the play call. I'll tell you where to go with the ball, and boom, simple. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, but he's not compared to her.
Okay, all right.
If I had to give somebody.
I was worried. Okay, I was worried for a little bit. But yeah, that'll do it for Film with Foe. Let's so watching the draft, I just noticed that Marvin Harris didn't sign his NFLPA deal. Yeah. Right? Like licensing. Not gonna be able to sell a jersey. When you were going through all that, was that stuff you were thinking about? I feel like everybody just signs that because everybody in the NFL gets the same deal. It's not like you can get a better deal than somebody else.
Right.
You don't want people to wear your jersey?
I don't know. They got some other stuff. Maybe they got some stuff they're working on behind the scenes. But for me, I signed it, of course. I want my jersey to be sold. I want people rocking the four. I want, you know what I'm saying? My family members, my best friends being able to get some. So, unless he got something behind closed doors with his agency that he working on.
No, but here's the thing. Marvin Harrison has ran his pre-draft process completely different, unique to anybody I've ever seen. I think it's cool. He didn't sign an agent. He didn't train for the draft. You know how everybody else is training for 40s, training for this, training for that.
Yeah.
Not working on skill development as much, especially at the skill positions. He said, no, like I'm about to get ready to go play football. I think that we're going to see how it works this year for him, right? Because I think that other people might find themselves doing the same thing when you're like a top guy, right? If you're a star, you could be like, yo, I ain't doing that. Like, this is me. You know what I'm saying? So.
And then having your dad too, though, like a guy that played a lot of football, great receiver, and like played with the best. So, he's got to be advising something that, you know what I'm saying, just make sense. Now, if it was somebody that didn't have a father like that and was just like no kind of ties to the NFL and history, then it's kind of like, all right, we'll be a little bit more suspicious.
They might start throwing some rocks. But I don't know if you've seen, I threw out a tweet yesterday based on something Adam Schefter said. So I don't know the validity of it, but they were talking about like first round hit rate. You know what I'm saying? But they judged it on who signed their second contract with the team. For quarterbacks, I think that's pretty fair. Like, if you play well, you go sign again with the team. If you don't, you out. 46% of the quarterbacks that got selected in the first round, they worked out. Like, they hit. They were a success rate. Way better than, guess what was the worst hit rate?
Like position-wise?
Position-wise. You'll never guess it because you think, like, this is easy. This is going to work.
Nah, I was just going to say, can I get a hint?
No, how you get no hit?
Receivers?
Yes.
I have a feeling it had to be receivers.
27%. And you would think, like, when I start thinking about guys, I'm like, man, these dudes been working out. But I think the way that they judge it might have been different because some people don't stay with the same team. Receiver plays good, they're going to want they check. Like Justin Jefferson is asking for probably like 35 plus. Like, he wants his money out.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have to get that because what's the guy Brown from St. Brown from Detroit?
What did he get a year?
He's the highest paid. I know it's like, is it 28?
I thought it was like 28.5, something like that. If he got 28.5, you can't tell me Justin. But
or AU.
But you know how it go. Like, the person who gets the next deal gets like $1 million more, 500,000 more. He's asking for $10 million more than the highest paid. He gonna get a 30 ball though.
Yeah, he gotta get 30 for sure. And then you got the two of the best. You got Chase and Justin. Then you got T.
Oh man, the Bengals. The Bengals are over there like, they gotta do it. Because they gotta pay. They gotta pay Jamar. They franchise T. I can't imagine T being very happy about that. T on franchise tag.
You see the
Henderson. He said he wants to trade
because he wants a check. He deserves it too. He's good.
Tell everybody how good he is. Just so run the price up.
Hey Trey, you're good. I respect you. We respect you. You feel me? Like
we do. We playing around you.
Yeah, T, we respect you. Get all you can get. You know David gonna hold it down. So
don't go in there a moment too early. You know what I'm saying? You need to wait till the very last day. And when you get there, tell them you got to get in shape.
Facts.
Nah, but
for 6 weeks.
Exactly. That the quarterback though, 26 being hits. That seems like a really good rate to me, for as bad as people say. Like, But also, like, for this stat, Daniel Jones will be a hit, and they trying to replace him right now. They try to
So they really are? That's crazy.
They saying they try to.
Did they just sign him last year?
2 years ago. That means that his deal just starts this year. Like, his new deal just starts. It's crazy. Like, the way that this works out, the draft. Yeah. What was the coolest part about draft night for you, though?
I think the coolest part was probably just like sitting in a green room with the family. I had the family, my agent.
But you seen the phone
coaches. Like,
you seen the phone ring for other folks. Ain't that stressful?
Nah, I mean you kind of figure out, all right, this is the pick. You know what I'm saying? Like, like for my instance, it was kind of like everyone knew Myles Garrett was going 1. No one knew what Chicago was going to do at 2. Where San Fran, they needed a quarterback, but it was like they were focused on defense. So you kind of knew they were going to take a defensive guy. Jacksonville didn't need a quarterback, so they took a running back.
Yeah, did you know Chicago wasn't going to pick you, though?
Yeah, I figured, because I didn't really have, like, deep conversations with Chicago. So it was kind of like, I mean, we met, but it wasn't like.
Like in passing, like I was like a combine or something, like shook hands.
Combine. Like, I don't even remember going to Chicago for a visit. So it was kind of like, what I thought was I was going to Cleveland.
Hugh Brown. So, it's crazy because I was texting Hugh before love you, boy.
Hugh texted me, but I woke up about 7:30 that morning, and I had a text from Hugh before that. I woke up, and he's like, be ready. And I'm like, all right, they must be up to something. They must be trying to trade up or something because, like, they're at, pick 12. I'm like, I know I'm going, like, before then. Mm-hmm. At least I'm going to have an opportunity to go before then because I'm like, if Mike Williams go to 5, the Tennessee, and then they end up taking Corey Davis, I think I would have went 7th to LA Chargers. because at the time it was Phillip Rivers, and they were, trying to plan for the history, the
future, yeah.
And I would have did what Pat did, probably sat for a year and learn, and just kind of went with the flow. At least that was my opinion, and for what I heard. But who knows what would happen? But yeah. And after that, no one else needed a quarterback, so that's why I was like, boom, man. It was like Pat and me. And it was like back to back. Whoever traded up, they traded up. The Chiefs got Pat, and then Houston got me. So.
It was so funny because I'm in the green room with Trey Lance, and everybody knows Trevor Lawrence #1 pick, right? And then we thought Zach Wilson was too. Like, we were pretty confident, but his agency repped both Trey and Mac Jones. So we like in the green room, and this is like right around COVID, like right kind of after. And we like, cause it's not like the old setup where you can see everybody.
You see everybody. We one big room.
Exactly, one big. It's not like that. It's like these walls in front of everything. So we like ducking around, like trying to see what's going on. And Mac Jones' phone ring, and we thought, man, 49ers might have traded up for Mac Jones because that's what he was hearing. His phone rang.
Right.
But I don't know what it was. And then as soon as his phone rang, like he's going to pick up his phone. The phone rings for Trey. We're like, oh! It was, because it was, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a stressful situation when you really don't know.
Stressful. Because it seemed long, too. Like, especially if you're not early.
If you know one or two, it's about an hour, over an hour, 2 hours.
Yeah.
And you was at the table.
I was at the table, so like, I went 12th, so I'm just sitting there. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So I'm like, all right, boom. I went, like I just said, I went through all the picks. Boom, boom, boom. We kind of knew, like, this team don't need nothing. This team don't need a quarterback. All right, cool. Buffalo traded. Buffalo was trying. They didn't. I guess they were about to get a quarterback, but that's when Josh Allen came the year after. So they didn't need one. Kansas City traded up. Boom. All right, cool. Saints was 11. I know I'm not going to New Orleans. They took Lattimore. Boom. 12. So it's Cleveland. So I'm sitting there like, this got to be a pick.
Yeah, they told me, get ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm about to go to Cleveland, and then we get a call, and David picks the phone to me. He's like, yo, I think you about to go to Houston. I'm like, what? I was like, yeah, they just traded. And think about this, Arizona was 13. So I knew I was going 12 or 13.
My dog had already picked out houses in Arizona. I remember you said to me, Zillow, like, hey, check this out. Check this out.
Because I had a great visit with Arizona. So I knew Arizona was very interested. They wanted me back because we played out there. And, like, they already told me pretty much, like, yo, just be, just be ready. You feel me? So, like, Cleveland or Arizona for sure. And then Houston traded up for my 25th pick and got me. And Rick Smith, he knew too. But I had a feeling it was going to be them three. Houston, Arizona, Cleveland, and then I thought LA, depending on how the pace. Those are my 4 teams.
Rick a good dude.
Yeah.
But now let's get into the segment that got the streets going crazy. Welcome to Q4 segment, the segment where we close out the show. We get a list of top 4 from Defoe, Deshaun Watson. We want you to tell me who your top #1 overall picks in the NFL draft are.
Top #1. All right, hold on. Let me get a list.
Get your list going. Let's go back. Let's go back to like when you was born. Let's not go. You was born in what?
Yeah, I was gonna say 95. So
you was 95. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was 95. Cool. So anything before that, I definitely wouldn't know.
Really, you really might not start really remembering till like.
Some of these guys I don't remember at all. Some of them I do, of course.
Okay.
Do I have to order it or just?
You just list your 4. You ain't got to put them in order.
4. Oh, Michael Vick.
That's tough.
You don't think so?
Michael Vick was really good for a very short period of time. With the team he got drafted by. He was good later.
So we talking like careers or just
just talk careers. Let's talk. No. Oh, you're talking about your favorite. Let's talk about your favorite, and then we'll come back.
Like people I like to watch.
Cool. Let's do that first, and then we're gonna run it back, and then I want to listen. Okay. This is your favorite.
This is not careers. This is who I think like. If I had to pick, like these was the best guys. Michael Vick.
Okay.
Cam Newton. I might have to add one. Myles Garrett.
Knew that was coming.
I'm about to say 2.
This dude's cheating the rules, but okay.
Jadeveon Clowney and Peyton Manning in 1998. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, you're really trying to work your way around the rules. You're 4, D4,
All right, if I had to take one out,
you gotta take one out.
Damn, that's tough. I ain't taking one out, man. I can't take my dog out. I can't take Clowney out, man.
And so he knew it was 5. Thank you. I'm gonna go. For me, Joe Burrow, Myles Garrett. I just became a fan of this dude this year, and he's been playing for a long time. Matthew Stafford.
Whoa, I miss Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, I bet you. Yeah, he's like that. And then I get to go to my birthday. Ooh. Yeah,
that's my fault. Shout out to Matthew Stafford. I like Matthew Stafford.
You like Matthew Stafford? He didn't like you enough to put you on his list, Matthew. So don't, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna go my dog Jameis, man. I like watching Jameis play. You know what I'm saying? Jameis out here. You see, I put him on my Instagram.
Yo, we gotta get Jameis on the podcast.
No, for shit show.
He'll love it too. Yeah, we should one day just do like a QB podcast where it's me, Jameis, Snoop, and DTR. And
let's see if we
talk
can
ball, us 4 or
let's
5.
see if we can do it in the QB room.
I bet that'd be dope.
Yeah. We'll see we'll see if the Browns let us, you know what I'm saying, make that happen. All right, that was your favorite. Now give me your best.
Let's see. Best.
Gotta be Miles on there.
Yeah, I feel like some of the you can't say anybody that's probably go to 2017. So I'm gonna go my year I was drafted. So
okay,
Myles Garrett, Peyton Manning, of course, Matthew Stafford. How was Jake Long?
Jake Long? Not memorable.
Would you say O-line? Yeah, I mean,
no.
Would you say O-line?
I think
O-line. What about how was Keyshawn Johnson?
Keyshawn Johnson was cold. He played for a long time.
I'd say Keyshawn Johnson then.
That's crazy. I would have probably given it to Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, I see my dog don't rock with you like that. That's crazy.
Nah, well, I mean,
look at me start beef in the AFC North.
It's still a time though. Like, you feel me? So
yeah, no, for sure. No, I get you saying.
Yeah, like.
But Cam Newton, you left Cam Newton off your list. MVP, took his team to a Super Bowl. Was good for a very long time. You know what's crazy? I think Cam to me was still maybe now he'd be done, but he had at least 2 more good years if he wouldn't have messed up his shoulder the way he did.
If he wouldn't have messed up his shoulder, he would still be playing right now.
Yeah, he just couldn't.
He'd be on somebody's roster for sure.
It was never the same.
Definitely. I feel like he'd still be on somebody's roster right now.
He should be.
I think so. But people going, yeah, it's another topic. But
we gonna let
yeah.
But man,
like I guess who I say? I said Peyton Manning.
You said Peyton Manning, Keyshawn Johnson. You said Myles Garrett, and your last one was Matt Stafford. You had a great list. Good list. And
the only reason I say Matt Stafford is
he got a Super Bowl. He's balled for a long time.
Super Bowl.
Bro, if you watch his tape last year, he
impressive. Especially that second half of the year when they went on their run. Yeah.
Motherfuckers letting it rip.
What?
Letting it rip.
Crazy. Yeah. Hey, well, let me ask one more question though. Out of all the people that's number 1 pick, who actually changed the game?
Okay.
And when I say change the game, like, the game is always
Mike Vick.
Like, he's always
Mike Vick makes you think about the game. To me, he made you think about the game in a different way rather than anybody else. Like, a lot of other people did some good things, but Michael Vick was the first quarterback who really let you know, like, definitely changed the game for black quarterbacks, because you would have never thought a black quarterback would get drafted number 1. He allowed, like, black kids across the country to realize that there's something that they could do that previously they didn't think they could do. played at such a high level, was so athletic, and let you know like you don't have to play it the way everybody else has played it. And since 2001, you've seen a lot of black quarterbacks not only you've seen them get drafted number 1, Kyler Murray, Bryce Young.
You know, I like that. Mike Vick definitely was a starter, but Cam took it to another level.
Cam changed the culture. To me, he didn't change football. Cam is a culture changer. He changed the culture. You're right. So, like, the way that people looked at, like, what you could do, how you could dress, you could be yourself, like, he changed it. Everybody want to be Cam. We're on them high-top cleats.
But you can say he kind of changed the game, too, though.
In what way?
Not in the fact of, like, Vic, because it's so early, and especially in the early 2000s, it was very prototypical, like, this is the type of guy we need at that behind center. But between 2001 and 2011, that 10-year span, like, he changed it, but, like, you didn't see too much of that because Cam was able to take it to another level and come in and,
and he was throwing that. He was crazy.
He was throwing. He was running. He was swaggy. He brought the energy.
To me, Cam is so different, though, because, I mean, both of them are freaks of nature. Cam Newton, this huge individual play quarterback, like, you've never seen anybody like him. Mike Vick is fast on another level, like Lamar fast. I think that there's more people who thought they could be Mike Vick than thought they could be Cam Newton.
You think so?
Man, you've seen Cam. You've been next to him. And you are a pro athlete, and you be looking at Cam like, damn, this dude is huge.
Nah, no, but everybody can run like Vic, though. Like, I can't run like Vic. Only person that can run like Vic is Lamar. He's the closest thing that ever comes close to that. Like,
you like, I can't run like Vic, and I ain't big like Cam. You know what I'm saying? I can't do either one of the things.
I guess you can't do none of them.
So you had to change the way for yourself. Oh, man. But, man, let's be shout out to Browns fans and the entire Dog Pound community. Want to thank y'all. Make sure y'all continue to tap in and join us on the Lockerverse. Subscribe. Leave a comment. Y'all say something, we're going to say something back. Thank you guys for tuning in each and every week. We really appreciate it. And we can't wait to see y'all next week. Maybe we can get that quarterback episode done sooner than later.
Definitely.